Okay, so we're going to talk about weeds next. So there's two ways to control weeds. There's pre-emergently or there's post-emergently. So pre-emergently, obviously you're going to use pre-emergents. Pre-emergents are something that you apply to the soil, typically a granular form. This one here is high yield turf and ornamental weed and grass stopper. This is a granular, you apply it just like fertilizer and it helps prevent weeds from germinating in people's lawns, all kinds of grasses, cool season grasses and warm season grasses, and prevents all those weed seeds from germinating in the lawn. You can also use it in ornamental beds as well. Conifers, shrubs, trees, all kinds of things like that. And it prevents all those weed seeds from germinating. What it does is it creates a little 1-inch gaseous layer on the surface of the soil and prevents the weed seeds that are down underneath from germinating and coming up to the surface. That's all how it works. It's really easy. This is a 12-pound bag, covers 5,000 square feet. So it has the application rate on the back for spreaders and drop spreaders or even whirlybirds. So it's really easy to use and sell. People love this. This is the perfect time right now in March before it starts to warm up to apply a pre-emergent. And there's another time in summer when the rains start to come to apply it then before the rains start, so that it prevents those weeds from germinating. So that's pre-emergent. So post-emergence, there's two types of post-emergent. So it's really important to remember. There's selective and then there's non-selective. So the selective herbicides like this one that you carry on the shelf is Natural Guard Lawn Weed Killer. This one here knows how to identify the difference between a grassy weed and a broadleaf weed. So the technology is, here's your horticulture tip for today. Grassy weeds are monocots, or grass is a monocot, so the veins are parallel. And then the broadleaf weeds are like maple leaves. Their veins are all go in different directions. Those are considered dicots. So the herbicide knows how to tell the difference between a dicot and a monocot. So that's why this one would be safe to use in your lawn to control broadleaf weeds. So that is a selective herbicide. It selects what it's going to kill. Non-selective herbicides are products that will kill whatever you spray it on. Weeds, grass, shrubs, trees, vegetables, no matter what. That's why this is called Decimate. It's called Decimate for a reason. It will kill anything that you spray it on, weeds and grasses. This is a quart container. You mix about 2 ounces per gallon of water in a container, and you go through your yard around the cracks and corners of your patio, your driveway, sidewalks, rock yards, things like that. It kills everything that you spray it on. Best to spray it in the morning when it's not windy so that the drift doesn't get onto other plants that you have in your yard. We also have spreader sticker in here. Spreader sticker is a surfactant. A surfactant is something that you apply with Decimate and other concentrated chemicals to make it stick better to the plant, to make it work faster and easier, and plus it's rainproof within just a couple of hours. So if it happens to rain in the evening after you apply this, you're safe and haven't wasted all of the money that you applied killing those weeds. Another product that you have here is Brush Killer, Stump Killer. A lot of people ask, why don't you just call it Brush and Stump Killer? Well, it's the reason is because it does two different ways. It controls brush one way and it controls stumps another way. First, brush is really simple. You mix this in a watering can, and if you have a hard woody brush in your yard, you can spray all of the leaves, the foliage of the brush to kill it, and it will eventually go away. The stump part of it is if you have a customer that comes into your store and has some trees that they're going to cut down, and they want to make sure that that stump dies afterwards, this is what you need to apply on there. You apply it straight with a paintbrush right on the fresh cut of the stump. Don't wait the next day. Don't wait a couple hours. Right after that tree has been cut, you apply this right on the stump. Super, super important. Then there's also a Stump Killer, which I don't have here, which is a granular form. That's for existing old stumps that have been in the yard. That's where you drill the holes, you pour the granulars down in there with some warm water or kerosene in some instances, and that helps decompose the stump, and it eventually goes and disintegrates in your yard. All right, so pre-emergent, post-emergent. The two types of post-emergents again are selective and non-selective herbicides.